Hello? Are we on? Good morning, Oh, look at this thing. I really gotta get my hair cut. I'm gonna let it ride for a little longer, and then maybe I'll get a tasteful bob. Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday, or should I say it's Sunday. Welcome to the program. Everyone is hopping in the chat already. Let us catch up. Richard said, good day. RJ, have a cuppa, mate. Cheers. He sounds like he's from out of the continent. Eric said, looks like my husband Kappa. Okay, well, congratulations to you and your husband. Leo says, salutations all. Karen says, evening, how are you? Karen is out of the country. She's in Australia. I'm doing fine, and thank you for paying your tax. David Arquette, I guess this must have been from a while ago, because he said, is he starting soon, or am I an hour early? I'm in a weird time zone. And then he texted me that, and I told him you're an hour off. So that was an hour ago. David's having some degree of difficulty making it through these time zones. I believe he's in Arkansas, which is sometimes pronounced as Arkansas, because that's how it's spelled. Thomas said, hello again, RJ. It's been a long time. I didn't join the live stream of yours. Well, what's the problem, Thomas? Get with the program. Sky said, hello, room. I'm Sky, new to the chat, but definitely not new to the content. Sky, thank you for coming out. As a fan of mine, you've had to accept a lot of shame. You have a very high tolerance. And good luck to you, everyone. Please help Sky regret her choice. Lisa, yay! David Arquette is back. Yeah, that's how I feel. Dixie said, good morning to RJ and everybody. Morning, Sam. Pantyless Grandma said, morning, fellow cultist. Karen, Dixie, Charles MC Brown said, I can't believe. Neither can I, Charles. I'm up and sitting at a computer already. Well, that's what my charm can do to someone. Hunter said, green is usually such an ugly color, but I guess this morning it is okay. I guess it is. I think we out of focus. Can we get there? We go. I think it's a nice green. I think it's a fun one. I think it's very nice. It's not easy being green, and I put that on and I started singing it in my head. Everyone says good morning. Aaron, Simon, hello. Sean's here, and we already have Brodzilla's here. Ty is here. We have a wonderful request already, and this is a hot number from Bill, a turquoise request. He says, morning, RJ and everyone. How about something catchy to start the morning off right? I like how you're thinking. How about the theme song to The Jeffersons, which is so funny because I was just watching it. And I'll tell you about the episode after I sing the song. Where we're moving on up to the east side, moving on up to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Moving on up to the east side, moving on up. We finally got a piece of the pie. Dun, 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 dun. Beans don't fry in the kitchen. Beans don't burn on the grill. Dun, dun. It took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill. Dun, dun. Now we're up in the big leagues, getting our turn at bat. Boom, boom. As long as we live it, you and me, baby, there ain't nothing wrong with that. We're moving on up to the east, moving on up to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Moving on up to the east side, moving on up. We finally got a piece of the pie. So the episode of The Jeffersons I watched was now I'm trying to think what happened, and I can't quite. What happened here? The screen got very big. Never mind. I can't quite remember what happened. No, George. Something happened with so Wheezy started some internship, like work. You bring a school kid in, and he'll work at the dry cleaners. He'll work with George, that kind of thing. And it was a new kid, and he came there, and George didn't want him, but then he showed good work ethic, and then George wanted him, and then this suede jacket went missing from the store. It was just cleaning. It was a big account, and now it's missing, and he doesn't know what to do. But Mr. Whatever his name across the hall there, Mr. Benedict, whatever his name is, he saw the kid with the suede jacket, so he ratted the kid out. So they yelled at the kid, and then the kid made this whole speech, and he's like, you don't understand what it's like. You're the man now. You're working for them. You don't understand. He's like, you live in this good neighborhood, this whole thing. And then George yelled at him, and then Wheezy yelled at him, and then George decided to keep him on anyway. I guess in a tremendous act of forgiveness. I am out of breath now. Oh, look, oh my goodness. What? Okay. We have another tribute. Dear Lord, this is starting hot. I'm already out of breath. I got so excited about that. Oh, look, Jessamine Dukes here. It's a wonderful coffee time emotes. Major Foremost is good morning, good morning, good morning. Here we go. Let's get to Sean Flagstaff's tribute. I was supposed to go sailing this morning, but I bailed because I'm too tired. I'd rather just watch you. Give me a sailing song. Sail on down the line about a half a mile or so, and I don't really want to know where you're going. Doom, boom, doom, boom. Maybe once or twice see you. Time after time you tried. Hold on to what you got. Now you're going. Boom, 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 boom. And I don't mind about the things you're gonna sail on. Boom, boom. I gave you all my money and my time. Boom, boom, boom. I know it's a shame, but I'm giving you back your name. Yeah, yeah. Doom, 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 doom. Cause I'll be on my way. Boom, 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 boom. But I won't be back to stay. Boom, 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 boom. And move along. I'm looking for a good time. Good time. Oh, sail on, honey. Boom, boom, boom. Good times never fail. So good. That was Sail On by the Commodores, who, of course, did Brick House. And, of course, the lead singer was Lionel Richie, and then he went on to do Hello. And this is really, Lionel's feeling this one. This song and Easy Like Sunday Morning, which is also a perfect song to sing today, is very Lionel Richie coming into his own, saying enough with this Brick House, naming women's measurements business. I want to go out on my own. Thank you for just saying the word sail, Sean. Whew. Leo said, RJ, since you're considering a podcast and Joe Rogan is the most successful podcaster, are you going to invite Jordan Peterson and Andrew Schultz and really go to town on them beta males of yours? Yeah, because I like to assert statements that are poorly researched to gain controversy, so people will promote my controversial statements, and then everyone, whether they like me or not, will click on my podcast. That seems to be like a sound business strategy. I should also get redder in the face. Nell said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Whew, I am out of breath. Clarence said, hi, RJ. I'm bringing Speedos and extra safety precautions to return to New York next month. Can't forget sexy briefs to bring, right, buddy? Well, that's the important thing. The great thing about underwear is that you can always have them on. There's no reason really not to have them on. Rob said, did you see that clip from the Golden Palace that has gone viral? Yes, about Rue and the Confederate flag, and Don Cheadle gives her the what for. It's so funny that such a poignant scene was from such a horrible show. Oppressed Ginger said, RJ, as a teenager, Splat-A-Lot was a favorite show of mine. I was wondering if there was any really nasty injuries that you remember and can tell us about. Peace and much love. I think there were a few injuries, mainly bumps and bruises. The biggest injuries were on the second season when we let adults play. I think they did students and teachers, and they did parents and kids. The adults would always get injured because the adults were really embarrassed to fall, so they would try to resist and tense up, and you can't. I remember a guy, the first fall, he fell on one of the barrels in the first round, and he just immediately separated his shoulder. That was fun because he was an adult, and then he has to be pulled out. They have to come get you in a little boat, a lifeguard. It's very embarrassing. But we did a test episode before we did an actual, episode to work out the kinks. So you can't find this anywhere. But the first episode, I was on top of this thing. They were like, we haven't really figured out our characters. They're just testing the show. And they're like, go give this kid shit, basically. Who just, rip into him, get good stuff for the camera. And I'm like, all right, I'm a heel, as you know. So this is what I'm ready for. I'm just ready to destroy this kid. And the first kid who comes out, total Thurman Merman from Bad Santa. He has water shoes. He has a wetsuit, a whole thing. Comes out, goes off the first thing. He falls, and he climbs up the tower to start the second thing, and he stops. And for where I am, I only see the back of his head. But I'm giving it to him because this was what I was instructed to do. So I'm destroying this kid nonstop. He's not talking back. He's not even looking at me. I just see the back of his head. And we're there for, honest to God, 5 minutes. And I'm just murdering this in cold blood because this is my first whatever. I want to do well. I'm going. And finally the kid looks up and he looks into the camera and he says, I can't feel my arms. And then they had to take the boat and pull him away. And I was so crushed. I felt so bad. I felt like the worst person in the world. And it's still like, thank you, Bill. I hope that worked for you, Press Ginger. Thank you, Bill, for pointing out that it wasn't Mr. Benedict. I think his name was Paul Benedict in real life, but he played Mr. Bentley. Thank you, Bill. Major FOMO said, I thought for sure you were going to do Sail In, Take Me Away by Christopher Cross. Well, I didn't. Johnny Cliche said, don't mind me. I'm just fashionably late. Ty said, I love that he has his own sound effects. Jeremy said, can you put words to the supermarket sweep? I don't even know the supermarket sweep thing. Every time I would turn it on, it would just already be on. And these women would be screaming, running through a grocery store. Hunter said, RJ serving as choir director in intense pain with his facial distractions this morning. I was getting into that. Thomas said, what is your favorite video game genre? I love a side-scrolling beat 'em up. Anything remotely similar to Streets of Rage, I love. Like old retro-y games. Modern games, it's very weird, but I found baseball games to be tremendously relaxing in like a golf sense. When I was already, if I had anxiety about something or whatever, I would play this one baseball game and it would calm me down. Because something like a wrestling game would get me very hyped up. But obviously I love the old No Mercy, WrestleMania 2000, WCW, NWO Revenge, things of that nature. Having said that, the side-scrolling beat 'em up gives me the most joy, for sure. Oh, I've spent so much time singing. Sorry, everyone, I'm catching up. Al said, are you going to challenge Matt Cardona for the Internet Championship? I'll tell you this, he has the belt, but it's pretty obvious at this point, I'm the champion. He's been too busy bathing his action figures. So you should ask him, when is he going to challenge me for the true champion? I think we all know who the true champion is. Let's be honest. He came on the show. I had him for 40 minutes. He had nothing to say. I had to tap dance. It's like he's never seen a camera before. It's embarrassing. Hunter said, no reason to go without briefs unless you go commando and are a sociopath. When I was a kid, I wore jeans with no underwear to the mall once, and it was the most bizarre experience of my life. There was such a breeze. Ty said, Nails New York, I am too. I stayed up till 3 a.m. watching fights, basically slept through Duke's stream. Speaking of Nails New York, thank you, Nails, for adding all my GIFs to Twitter. So if you go to tweet and you hit the GIF bar and you search my name, which is RJ City, I believe, a bunch of weird things will come up. Feel free to use them freely. Leo said, do you like the fact that Splatlet was basically a way of verbally and physically attacking children? No, I'm very against it. No, it was good because they would be like 12 years old. Like, they weren't cute. It wasn't like a adorable 6-year-old. I was a horrible person when I was 12. And I feel like if I suffered that kind of experience, I would be humbled and much better off in the long run. So I thought I was doing a service. Missy said, you need to find that kid and invite him on next week's show to apologize. Oh my God. I can see if I can track him down. I can message my producer. Nail said, do we know how that kid is now? No, I had no idea. Never saw him before. Never seen him again. David said, is this live or am I late? I don't know, David Arquette. You tell me. If you're watching this now and I'm saying your name, I would hope it's live. I guess it is because everyone seems excited. Charles said, RJ, nice green underwear. It's appropriate for adorning the little jolly green giant, right? I think he's talking about genitalia. But if you are just joining us, is these hip, I keep going, there we go. Yeah, it's better. I'll do this again. There's these hip green things. They're very nice. And I have coffee, as you know, cold brew. So let's at least get pressing so I can get a drinking. Let's press this. This is for David. Let's all remind him that we're live. And then he finally made it despite the time zone and the jet lag he is suffering in Arkansas with his mutton chops. Everyone congratulate David on growing such great facial hair. It's quite a tribute. Hunter said, my favorite chat minigame is trying to figure out if Charles is a troll or he's serious. He's a serious troll, and there's the answer. Where are we? I got to go down to the bottom here. Eric said, you heard it here first. Matt Cardona bathes his dolls. That'll get you podcast clicks. Alpha said, morning, RJ. What's up, brother? Well, I just pressed my coffee. Thomas said, when was the last time you had a match? It was either it must have been February. The months they go by so quickly. And I'm very confused. It must have been February in Greektown. And I think I was like the next week I was supposed to do Wrestling with David and Effie at South by Southwest at the premiere of his movie, which didn't premiere. But the trailers are out now, and it's called You Cannot Kill David Arquette. And that's a matter of opinion, but I think you'll enjoy it. Pantyless Grandma said, David, this is a rerun. Don't confuse him. Dear Lord, where is he? Is he there? I think we frightened him away. Nail said, did you stay on the Twitch stream after your interview the other night? The stand-up guy was still talking about his wonky face when you left. Nails, I did that show, and somebody told me you were writing in and commenting the whole time. I couldn't see the Twitch stream because I was on Zoom, so I had no idea that you were writing in. My deepest apologies. Al said, thank you for playing the Batman Forever video game, RJ City. I've been singing Kiss from a Rose all week. Ugh. Nail said, Matt is not ashamed. He uploads videos of himself in the bath with his toys. Hunter said, with all the clinching you're doing this morning, it looks like you're having a wrestling match with your briefs, and I'm losing. Bill said, congrats, David, on the facial hair. Do you think RJ looked like Inspector Gadget when he grew the mustache? Well, Inspector Gadget didn't have a mustache, and neither did Don Adams. It was something genetic. Oh, David said he's driving. This one's on the house, young man. Let's sing a nice Sesame Street driving song for you to enjoy. Let's take a ride in an automobile. Let's take a ride in a car. Listen to David go beep, beep, beep as we travel near and far. 2, 3, 4, beep, 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 beep as we travel near and far. I hope you enjoyed that road music. Kim said, your go-to karaoke song. Can you believe it or not? Outside of this and my various singing in various other places, I've never done traditional, actual karaoke. I have always thought about it. I've come close, and I thought maybe I should prepare a song. There was one place, there's a bar in Toronto where it was a live band who did karaoke, and they knew like hundreds of songs. And you would go through them. It got so dark. You would go through them, and you would pick, and they would play. But any song I wanted, they didn't have. I would say perhaps Beyond the Sea by Bobby Darin. That would be maybe my go-to. Ty said that Batman game was complete trash. I agree. Chris said, I like Method Man's Riddler theme. Oh, David sent a Goldenrod tribute, I assume, for that driving song. Val said, we had that Batman Forever game for SNES, and holy hell, that looks better. That's a little better. And holy hell, the only good part was training where you could fight each other like Mortal Kombat. Actually, Val, they used the same Mortal Kombat engine. Fascinating. Bill said they made new episodes of Inspector Gadget with a mustache, which is very weird. I don't like that at all. David, please don't tip and drive. It's very dangerous. Amelia said green is for the heart chakra. Yes. And my chakra seems to obviously be in this area somewhere. Okay, let's get pouring. And a tasting. Let's pour a full cup, and then I can. Yeah, okay. That's better. Jeremy said, "Have you ever played the Charlie's Angels game?" I didn't even know they had one, but I will add it to my list. Thank you. Hunter said, "I wish the interviewer would have said your glasses don't even have lenses. Shut the fuck up." But he didn't. Hunter said, "RJ, you magically became tan. That's the magic of yellow lighting." Charles Dempsey Brown said, "I see. David Arquette paid." That $9.99 he owes you. LOL. No, he doesn't owe me that. Chelsea Green owes me $10. David Arquette owes me, to my calculations, $340 for the crab legs he ordered. Jeff said, Three's Company Did you prefer Chrissy or Terry? Oh, Chrissy all the way. I mean, that was the genesis. I feel like if you started with Terry, that show would not have been the same. Terry wasn't bad. I mean, that show went through a lot of changes, obviously, of course, with John and Norman. Eric said, which song do you sing at auditions? Ave Maria. And it always gets them, no matter what the role is. Everyone's using the wonderful coffee time emojis. Well done. Sean is using the David Arquette emoji. Even better. Leo said, have you ever played the Two Broke Girls video game? Absolutely not. Richard wants to know, do I have a home gym? In essence, I have dumbbells and various bands and various balls, which I have with me wherever I go. Al said, I thought you and Chelsea are squared because Matt paid the $10. Matt never paid the $10. He just sent me action figures. That doesn't count. Can't sell that. I gotta sell them back to him. He's gonna try to undercut me. Oh, Ty said, you said you know it by heart. Please sing the Blue song. I didn't know if this is I didn't know if this was the Blue Meanie song or not. Okay. My dog is blue, my house is blue, my coat is blue, my shoes are blue, but inside I'm green, green as can be. 1, 2, 3, my deck is blue, my chairs are blue, my table is blue, my eyes are brown, but inside it's all green to me. So many blues, so different shades. So many blues, sorry, different shades. They're so strong, although some do fade. Some are teal. I'd like to have a meal of my favorite cheese, which is blue. My chair is blue. My hair is dark brown. My teeth are blue. My heart is blue. But everywhere else inside, I'm green. And it's beautiful to me. That is the Blue song. I knew it by heart. Forever for Hire said, let's have fun. Sing the first song someone posts in the chat after this message. Well, there's a David Arquette emoji. Nail said, I can't watch Two Broke Girls. I'm annoyed they claim to have a horse in Brooklyn. Danny said, oh boy, which is one of my favorite songs. Oh boy, here we go. Fast things are happening now. Oh boy, there we go. What fun are we gonna have now? Oh boy, oh girl. Oh, cat. Oh, dog. Oh, boy. Boy, oh. We're gonna have some fun. 2, 3, 4. Oh, boy, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna run around. We're gonna jump up and down. Oh, boy, we're gonna have some fun because it's just me and you, boy. Oh, boy, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna run around. We're gonna jump up and down. Oh, boy, we're gonna have some fun because it's just me and you, boy. There you go, Forever for Hire. And Danny Phantom, who requested a song you didn't even know he requested. Thomas said, did you ever act in a movie? I've been in a bunch of movies, but I've never acted. Now you have all these late song requests. You all tried to type it very quickly. I'm sorry, it's not happening. Oh, Ty wanted the Blue Meanie song. Oh, God, I'm so sorry. I made up a new one. How's it go? Navy blue, periwinkle blue, teal and turquoise are blue too. So is he, because he's the Blue Meanie. Navy blue, periwinkle blue, teal and turquoise are blue too. So is he, because he's the Blue Meanie. And you can hear that song as the intro on Blue Meanie's Mind of Meanie podcast. And now he has these little cartoons because he's stealing my act. But unfortunately, as much as I want to be upset, they're adorable. So go look on his YouTube and wherever podcasts are available. I don't know. You can find, you're literate people. You can find podcasts. Rye said, oh, God, I lost him. Where did he go, boy? Rye said, karaoke must happen. Both Caitlin Diamond and Casey Spinelli are karaoke assassins. And I'm a known karaoke slayer. Gee, Rye, I'm not shocked at all. So we should plan one of these if these gals get you on a show again. Post-show karaoke. I would bring down the house. You're in trouble now, Rye. Bill said, what if Chelsea sent you laundry detergent instead of the $10? Didn't you help her with her laundry? Yeah, but I didn't loan her my laundry detergent. I bought what she needed. I have too much laundry detergent, quite frankly. I could give some away to people. That's the last thing I need. I need the money, and I need her to learn a lesson, Bill. That's really the important thing. Ty said, that's an acceptable song because green is my second favorite color. That's great. Oh, Rick said, Rockabye Your Baby. Well, you're too late. Leo said, what about the Ben Shapiro video game? It's the only video game where you get to destroy the libs with facts and logic. Nailed it. Hunter said, this is total BS. You sing Rain on Me by Lady Gaga right effing now. I love that song. It's one of my favorite songs. Bum 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 bum. What's the weather outside? Boom bum 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 bum. What's the weather outside? Boom bum 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 bum. Open the window now. Boom bum 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 bum. Open the window now. Boom bum 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 bum. Stick your head outside. Boom bum 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 bum. Stick your head outside. Bum 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 bum. Bumper, is it wet? Bum 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 bumper, is it wet? Bum 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 bum. What's the weather outside? Bum 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 bumper. What's the weather outside? Bum 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 bum. Is it raining? Why? Is it raining? Who? Is it raining? What do you want now? I want it to rain on me. Bum 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 bum. Please rain on me. Bum 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 bum. I got no umbrella. Bum 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 bum. I left my slicker in the car. Bum 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 bum. I'm wearing a shirt, bum 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 ba ba, and it gets wet, bum 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 bum. I don't care, bum bum bum, if my pants look like I pee, bum 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 bum, because all I want, bum bum bum, is for it to rain on me. It was rain on me. I'm getting some work in today, Hunter. I hope that was all right. That was better than her version, to be honest with you. Ty said, what is your go-to laundry detergent brand? Whatever is on sale. How about that? Whatever doesn't harm the environment. Very conscious. That was a great song. I love that song, said Nails. That's when we know it'll be awesome. Val said, when he says it's his favorite song, I know we're getting a real treat. I love it. Hunter said, 1-800, refund my money. You're not getting a refund. You got more than your money's worth, my friend. So please be careful. Haha, great mind, Nails. Danny said, if something happens to the stream, we know Hunter reported it. Nails said, this is truly a unique talent. Broad said, who would win in a best-of-7 battle of N64? No Mercy, you or Jessamine Do? I would win, and I wouldn't lose once. I'm not joking about that. I have played many. See, now it's light out. Is that better? I have played No Mercy my whole life. And anyone I've played, I have beaten. And not even in a fun way, bro. I'm not even fun to play with. I would beat her hands down, just a clean sweep. I have no problem saying that. Missy said, my favorite songs are the when RJ makes himself laugh by singing them. Well, it's because I repeat the chorus. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is now a full song. Ty said, if my pants look like I peed. She's a big fan. Rye said, definitely not Leo Montfort. I'm more the Sunny Kiss variety. Actually, Leo Montfort, check your inbox because I saw that you got a shirt from ProWrestlingTees.com/OceanCity. And before I started the stream, I just sent you a nasty email. So I hope you enjoy it. Jessamine Duke said, challenge accepted. Well, I'm here and I got my Rumble pack ready. Maybe you should stop playing your RimWorlds and Assassin's Creed. Get your shit together, lady. Hunter said, I had the No Mercy cartridge that erased for no reason. Worst birthday gift ever. That sucks. Eric said, vanilla No Mercy or modded? Well, I assume I could play any of them. The mod ones are hard because they make the computer so slow. But I would love to play. There's a WWF Legends mod for No Mercy I'm very excited about. Val said, ooh, let's do it. Sean said, Jessamine, you heard him. Gauntlet thrown down. Yeah, I was up on a ledge, and I just threw it, and I hit her in the head. Chris said, go-to wrestler on No Mercy. You seem like a Steve Austin guy. Actually, you know who is very good on that game? The quicker guys seem to be better. So I would usually go for, let's say, an X-Pac or perhaps S.A. Rios. Those are my favorites. Or also Perry Saturn had a leg sweep, and I thought that helped. David said you should use Diva Glamorous laundry detergent. Does that exist, or should we go into business together? I think there should be a laundry detergent with glitter in it. So when you take out your clothes, there's a nice hint of sparkle. Ty said, it's going to end with her poking him hard on the chest again. Yeah, she bullied me the last time we played video games. Pantyhose Grandma said, you may have to rename this as RJ City Novelty Hour and release all the songs as singles. Like Napoleon did. Karen said, how dare you? Thomas said, so far so good on your singing, RJ, but what if there will be two of you? You will sing a song together, and who would you choose to sing along with? Well, I have an outstanding date. As I was telling Simon previously, I have an outstanding date with Mario Cantone when I go back to New York, when the war has ended. And I got to sing Bosom Buddies together. I can sing it by myself, but I also, need to sing it with him. Hunter said, if you don't do battle playing with the shitty N64 controllers, then it doesn't even count. That's true. Nail said, fun fact, there's an RJ City Get Your Shit Together GIF for use at your pleasure on Twitter. Richard said, S.A. Rios, Mr. Aguila. Yeah, a bunch of weird names. Lost Shadow said, gotta go. Bye, everyone. You all be safe. Thank you. Everyone put your helmets on and we'll continue. Thank you, Lost. Eric said, incoming Xbox taunt spam. Nicholas said, Mr. Ass is always the best character, best taunt in video game history. Oh, absolutely. And I used to make the women wrestlers do it, and I'd be like, ooh, look, they're showing their ass. That's exciting. The winner could have to buy the other Cobb salad. Thank you, Bill. That's a great idea. Leo said, have you ever played WrestleMania 19 on GameCube where you get to kill innocent WWE staff and construction workers? I haven't played it, but I need to. I played one, I think around the same time that was for Game Boy. And it was just like a weird backstage adventure game. 123 Kid was fun to play in the older games, says Terry Brown. Chris has flashbacks to Xbox theme song with the guy screaming. That theme song was originally Mike Tyson's theme song. David Arquette said, got back to the double wide trailer. I'm staying in safely. Didn't want you to worry. Well, I'm happy you're safe. And I'm happy I could sing you that song to pass the time. I assume there's old dirt roads. Were you in the car or were you on horseback? Johnny Cliche said, Perry Saturn has my favorite intro in all of wrestling. I even used the air raid siren as the intro for my YouTube channel videos. Leo said, Joe Hendry has a good singing wrestler, but you are better as he retweets Gary V and stuff. Yeah, it's enough with Gary V. Calm down, fella. There's no need to yell. Speaking of, I don't know if you guys saw my merch commercial last night. I posted it on YouTube and Twitter. It is based on the Tom Selleck AARG reverse mortgage commercial. That's on CNN every day. I see it multiple times a day, and I had to get it out. It was just in me. I had to get it out. As a special thank you to all my channel members. You don't have to be just key to this there who is a channel member. Tonight, I'm releasing the outtake reel of me trying to record that video. The video is 1.5 minutes long, and it took me 12 minutes to get the lines because I kept laughing because Tom Selleck's lines are ridiculous. And then I kept messing up. So you can watch me laugh and then swear and get angry at myself at, I believe, 8 or 8:30 tonight. Just whatever. It's going to pop up at some point as a thank you. I'm in a good mood. It's less than a week away from my birthday. It's an time. It's not exciting at all. I don't want to talk about it. Karen said, later, everyone, have a great day. Have a great day to you, too, also as well. Karen, nice, and Ty said, I hate glitter. I hope that laundry detergent company goes out of business before it is even founded. Wow, she's boycotting. She's boycotting? Wainscoting. Boycotting. Chris said, Eddie Guerrero was my guy in No Mercy. Nail said, a Joe Hendry versus RJ singing promo would be fire. Yeah, they pay me enough money. Eric said, WWF Betrayal. Yes, that was the Game Boy game. David said, my truck. I think we need to get David a horse or a pony. If I come, David, can we do a horseback riding like in City Slickers? My truck. What are you driving a truck now for? You're a real Durango guy? Did you throw a bunch of dirt on the side to look like you've been hoofing it through the back trails? David's facial hair requires him now. He's got to wear all plaid shirts. Richard said Billy Kidman back in WCW was good. Thomas said, what was your favorite amazing NES game? I love Duck Hunt. It was really enjoyable. That whole experience was like unlike any other game. I don't even know if it was for Nintendo. Oh, it must be for Nintendo. I love Punch-Out too. Punch-Out was fantastic. Nicholas said X-Pac always has great music. X Factor, anyone? That was a great theme song. And it was sung by Uncle Cracker. Hunter said David can afford a double wide in this economy. David said, I'm embracing my mutton chops. Thanks for the song. I think every time you ask David a question now, he pretends like he has to think about it a long time, and he has, just so he can touch his facial hair and go, that's a good question you posed to me. I think that's a great idea. Yes, just give me a moment to muse. Fubsy said, who is the most handsome, RJ City or Dalton Castle? That's a tough one. I should put up a poll. David said, we can do the City Slickers thing. Chris said, fun fact about your fun fact. Prior to Mike Tyson joining DX, rapper Big Daddy Kane made Mike Tyson's theme. It later got stolen, and the full version has never been leaked. I did not know that. Eric said, drunk Orson Welles outtake, in a manner of speaking. Oh, it's a Dodge Ram. David's driving a... So if you see a Dodge Ram in Arkansas, remember when we rented that lime green... What was it, a Jaguar? What the hell was that car? When we were driving around Arkansas, and we were like, this is a tad conspicuous. I'm sure they have lime green cars all the time there. Ty said, I'm worried Custom stole your birthday gift. Everything is taking a while. Anytime anything is across the border, it's a pain in the ass, but also in these unprecedented times. So hang in there, Ty. I am too. Nail said, I'm going to watch Slammiversary for RJ's birthday and complain that the heels aren't as heely as he is and eat snacks. Yeah, I do that too. Pantelis Grandma said, a real heel move would be rolling in glitter before the show, so anyone who touches you would catch the glitters. I had an idea that I would have a glitter pouch in my trunks, and I would pull it out, and I would glitter bomb them. Instead of throwing powder in their eyes, I would just go and get all glittery. Bill said, David needs the truck because this is not his first rodeo. Leo said, Leo, I'd say, long-shade church, and I hate that idea. David said, Dodge, not Digge, or Odge. You'll get the D later. Oh, that was gross. That is a gross thing to say for a renowned family entertainer such as yourself. How dare you switch demos on me? Jessamine Duke said, yeah, but do you have a framed, autographed Mike Tyson's Punch-Out poster in your possession? No, but I have a bunch of fantastic Jerry Lewis artwork that is now all over my bedroom, which is now known as the Jerry Lewis room. So take that. Did Mike Tyson ever have a award-winning comedy duo act with Dean Martin? I didn't think so. David said he stole that joke from a meme, just in case you thought David got clever all of a sudden. Nail said, I refuse to choose between RJ and Dalton, but it's RJ. Brandon said, who are your favorite referees and why? To work with, Jimmy Corderas was great. Harry D was fantastic. I'm trying to think of who else. There's been a bunch of others. Old School Eddie is another one that's fun. Yeah, I would say those are the top three. I feel like I've worked with them the most in my head. Oh, yeah, David, it was a lime green Mustang or Charger. It must have been a Mustang. That sounds like fun. That sounds like something that we would drive. Hunter said, who are your favorite referees and why is it Aubrey Edwards and that's it? I don't know her. I've never met her. I never worked with her, so she cannot be on the list. I'm sorry. Leo said, which wrestlers have the worst tattoos? Hardcore Holly? No. There must have been worse. So Waylon Mercy. Or no, when Undertaker had that black tear. That was awkward. I was making fun of The Undertaker before making fun of The Undertaker was cool, by the way. I was doing it years ago. Now everyone's like, yeah, this guy's weird. Ty said, I'm definitely jealous of that autograph Punch-Out poster. Yeah, whatever. Hunter said, Jessamine Duke. Just fucking flexing on the haters. Al said, ooh, a Jerry Lewis room. Brandon said, art by Jerry Lewis? No, I have 3 promotional posters, lobby posters from the Bellboy. And David got me, and I posted it to my story a while ago. It's wonderful artwork of Jerry as the Mad Hatter. It was not painted by Jerry, but he signed it for some reason, which is fantastic. Fortin Brass said, good morning, you gorgeous people. Hello, Fortin Brass. Leo said, Jessamine Duke said, no love for Hornet? Actually, I've never had Hornet in the ring with me as a referee, so I can't speak to his ability. I'm sure he's fine. I don't know if I personally find him any good. Leo said, will Figures Toy Company make a weird-looking action figure view that looks a lot like a Ruthless Aggression figure from 2004? Message them and ask. I'll do it. I'll sign whatever shit release it is. Rye said, I have a hardly working room. It's by far the second least popular room after the Max Rose room. Yes, I have a cracking up room, but it's in the basement. It's unfinished. Oh, no, my Dave the Clown Cried room is unfinished. That makes sense. Dave the Clown Cried? Dave the Clown Cried room. That's a tongue twister. David said, Brock Lesnar's sword, his sword chest. And then that reminds me, thank you for reminding me, David. A couple WrestleManias ago, I think it's Batista against Triple H. David Arquette is in the audience, and he yells out, Batista, your tattoos are worse than mine, and you can hear him on camera. So by that logic, the second worst tattoos would be David, and then on top would be David Batista, a pair of Davids. Look at this. A wonderful fuchsia tribute by Jack Townsend, and he said, I'm not really a joiner. Well, it's too late, Dave. Jax, you're already here. But I want to support you and your flavor of foolishness. What a nice way to say it. So here's a year's subscription worth of your key to the city. I dig your videos and Twitter and your wrestling. I guess I don't know what wrestling you're talking about. But Jack, I am touched. That is so incredibly, incredibly sweet of you. Thank you. And a beautiful color. That was the right time I'm about to get a good fuchsia and has lit up my board. Does it go well with the green? No, absolutely not. But nevertheless, thank you, Jack. And thank you for not joining and telling me that you won't join. It makes me feel better as a person and supporting anyway. I feel very good. Thank you, Jack. Blumini said, John Finnegan from ECW is one of the most underrated referees. He was a hustler. You had to move quick. I also think the referees from ECW get underappreciated because of the real lack of rules. You know what I mean? I mean, I was a Hebner guy. I loved a good Hebner. I loved a Joey Morella. But they had a lot of rules to enforce. Sometimes, you know, you don't realize, John Finnegan, there'll be street fights or whatever, but you still got to be there. You got a lot of work to do. It's probably harder because it was so rabid and dangerous back then. Is there another tribute? Oh, there it is. Simon said to keep our spirits up. Oh, Jessamine using my unimpressed emoji face. I don't know if that's me or her. Simon Graves at Goldenrod Trivia said to keep our spirits up because we are dipping down. To keep our spirits up until the war is over. Could you sing Bosom Buddies? I'll do the best I can. Dun, 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 dun. We'll always be bosom buddies, friends, sisters, and pals. We'll always be bosom buddies. If life should reject you, there's me to protect you. Your tongue is vicious. If I call you uncouth, it's simply that. Who else but a bosom buddy will sit down and tell you the truth? Though now and again I'm aware that my candid opinion may sting. Sometimes my frank observation may scald. I've been meaning to tell you, Vera, you should wear your hair natural like mine. If I wore my hair natural like yours, I'd be bald. But, darling, we'll always be dear companions. My crony, my mate, dun, dun, dun. We'll always be harmonizing. Orphan Annie and Sandy like Amos and Andy. And it's say your fangs are showing, maim pulling your claws. It's simply that. Who else but a bosom buddy will notice the obvious flaws? Over the world's straight to your side. I do rush. I'm going to say that was the world's biggest lush. It hurts me. I'm trying to figure out the rest. I'll get there, Simon. I've been meaning to tell you, though, you should act like your age. You try to be peg of my heart when you're Lady Macbeth. How old are you, Vera? The truth. How old do you think? oh, somewhere between 40 and death. But, sweetie, I'll always be Alice Toklas if you'll be Gertrude Stein. And though I'll admit I've dished you, I've gossiped and gloated, but I'm so devoted. And if I say that sex and guts turned you into a star, who else but a bosom buddy could tell you how rotten you are? Dun, 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 dun. Just turn to your bosom buddy for health and affection, for aid and direction, for loyalty, love, and forsooth. It's simply that. Who else but a bosom buddy will sit down and level with, give you the devil with, sit down and tell you the truth. That was most of Bosom Buddies. It was also my simultaneous impression of B. Arthur and Angela Lansbury. And I'm now covered in sweat, Simon, so thank you. That was a workout. That was a workout. Dear Lord. Brian said, I can imagine, Blue Meanie said, I imagine RJ calls his spots in the ring like he sings Bosom Buddies. Thank you, everyone, for staying. Is anyone left here? Rye said, the only time Jerry Lewis didn't sue someone for comedy theft was when he didn't sue Roberto Benigni for stealing the plot of The Day the Clown Cried, which I say all the time, because really bad ideas are really bad ideas. And it must have killed him that Roberto won the Oscar. He said, this is not a cult. Orton Bros wants to know if this is a cult. This has always been a cult, apparently. There's a lot of chatter going on there. Nail said, if there's anyone here who is not in the cult, this isn't a cult. Feel free to join and never leave, but it's honestly not a cult. Jack said, also, his birthday is like in a week or something, right? Yes, my birthday is on Saturday. Less than a week. Any donations kicking in now would help him get some stuff for the birthday video. Birthday video? What are you talking about? Get it together, Jack. But thank you. Again, I'm touched. David sending hearts and applause. And Blue Meanie is here. It's so nice to see him in the mornings. Fortinbras said, maybe a religion with a hard R. Terry said, sorry, can't afford to be in part of this whole thing, just like RJ. That's so sweet. And I appreciate that regardless. Neil said, we need a cult-themed limerick for Wednesday to avoid the disgusting ones being read out on my evening program, City After Dark, on Wednesdays at 10 p.m. I've been reading out some filthy limericks. That book, I assure you, there's even worse in that book. I have to vet them. We're all using emojis. Nicholas smartly used the B. Arthur emoji. Blue Meanie said, hello, Bill. Jack said, need more coffee playing in the background. That's the best way to enjoy me. Just dip in and out because we'll move on. I'm snackable programming. I'm something to dunk in your coffee. Do you know what I'm saying? Charles said, the system says there's 48 watching. Wasn't there 70-something last Sunday? Where is everyone? Well, because I sang Bosom Buddies and nobody likes it. It's a niche audience, Charles. Thanks for pointing it out to everyone, though. Oh, yeah, Ty, yes. I did sing the Blue Meanie song earlier. You'll have to go back to like the first 10 minutes to hear your song again, Blue Meanie. Rye said, speaking of bad Nazi comedies, have you ever seen Son of Hitler with Bud Cort and Peter Cushing? No, I haven't. But is it anything like Which Way to the Front? There's also another one called, it's Hitler related. I just did a video about Dom DeLuise, which will come out in a couple weeks. And it's Gene Hackman and Dan Aykroyd. And they team up to find a lost Hitler sex tape. It is a fun, lighthearted romp, as you can imagine, Rye. David said, this is a cult. That's what cults say. This is not a cult. And I know because I was born on a commune. But it was a cult. If anyone has any questions about the parameters of what being in a cult involves, direct your questions to the man named David with mutton chops. He seems very wise all of a sudden. Leo said, what was that Christian wrestling movie you're in? It was called The Masked Saint. And it starred Roddy Piper and Diane Carroll. And me. Star is a relative term. Brode, with a lovely mint tribute. That is so sweet. If you have a song request, if you are making a song request, Brody, you can just write it afterwards and just comment in the thing. Otherwise, if you're just being nice, it's incredibly sweet of you. Hunter said, I was going to make a joke about you having less viewers this week, but you got an $84 donation this morning. There's not much I can make fun of. Bro said, that's for the theme to The Littlest Hobo. Oh, shit. There's whistling. Oh, I sung this once. Let me see if I can remember it. You know what? I'm going to pull it up. This Littlest Hobo lyrics. I need to do this right. I can't even fake this one. Lyrics. Here we go. Maybe tomorrow. Here we go. Now that I see the lyrics, the melody is in my head. All right, get ready, Brody. There's a voice that keeps on calling me down the road is where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I want to settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. Maybe tomorrow I want to settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. If you've never heard that theme, is a TV show. It's a Canadian TV show called The Littlest Hobo, and it is just about a dog, a vagrant, vagabond German shepherd that goes from town to town helping people. Doesn't talk. It's like Lassie in a sense, except Lassie, if Lassie was an orphan. Maybe tomorrow I want to settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. Good choice, Brody. Thank you. David said, I was on a... Blue Meanie said, your video glitched for a second. I thought you were getting pulled for singing again. Yes, the Littlest Hobo song is very well protected. Now, I got picked... that was a week that like weird things were happening to a bunch of channels. David said, I was in a Christian film and I got fired with the girl from Sabrina the Teenage Witch, I think because I was Jewish. Are you thinking of Melissa Joan Hart? Or are you thinking of Caroline Ray? Caroline Ray. David said, I'm half Jewish. Only the good half. Name that movie. Hunter said, oh, so the whippersnapper gets you to look up the AZ lyrics, but you can't bother to give me some authentic Lady Gaga? That's actually acceptable. Thank you. David said, yes, Melissa Joan Hart. What a shame. You guys should have done a spinoff. Fortinbras said, damn, David, that sucks. You know what, David? Let's give you, I want to star with you in the Christian movie that you deserve to star in. I have, by the way, more coffee I need to make for tomorrow. So I want to start making the cold brew. If you don't mind, let me, can we get a little lower here? Maybe a little, that's better. Maybe tomorrow. You know, these Christian films are apparently, they do so well in the Bible Belt circuit. And the producer of one of them was telling me, there's one that Kevin Sorbo was in. And you laugh and you say, oh, it's Kevin Sorbo's probably in some bomb. He doesn't give a shit. What's happened to his career? That movie, I think, it was made for like $2 million and it made like $150 million. So in terms of making your money back, they can be incredibly viable, not viral. This is Evian because remember you guys called me Fiji, so I've made an effort to be more socially conscious. This is not Goya water. Here we go. Is this enough? Am I going to run out of water? Oh, no. Stand by. This is a mess. Stay with me, everyone. We're going to get through this. That should be enough. Maybe tomorrow. There we go. See? And it'll set for the day. Be ready to drink in the Monday morn. I love preparing things. This is tremendously exciting. Sabrina says hi. She's incredibly late. David said, God's Not Dead 2. I was supposed to be a lawyer. I cursed when I messed up a take. That's why I was fired. Yes, that's the movie. Okay, so you're in God's Not Dead 2? It should be called God's Still Alive. Haven't we proven in the first one that he wasn't dead? So here's my funny story about swearing in a Christian film, David. I was doing that movie with Roddy Piper, and it was a wrestling scene. He was the booker, and he was trying to get me a job, and I didn't want a job, and we get into an argument. And, when wrestling scenes are not written by wrestling people, they don't make any sense. The words don't make any sense. They try to use the keywords, but they don't make any sense. So Piper was never 4 lines. So he came to me with the script and he said, we don't talk like this, right? I said, yes, I'm aware. He said, okay. So he said, I'll say what I want to say. You say what you want to say. I said, well, great. No one's going to argue with him. So I have carte blanche to, get into an argument on screen with Roddy. It's amazing. So there's no rehearsal. First take, he just comes in and he's not even remotely close to the script. Way off. So now we're just ranting at each other. It's going to get cut. But it's him, so I want to argue with him. It was great. We go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and it ends with him saying, now go out there and do your fucking job. And the director goes, cut. And remember, the director was really far away because we were shooting in a hallway. So he jogs over and he goes, Roddy, this is a Christian film. You can't swear. Oh, sorry. And then he looked at me and he goes, who knew? The name of the film, Roddy, it was The Masked Saint. It was about a priest. It was a real-life priest who was there watching. A lot of church people were there. That is my favorite general weirdness. Did I miss people? I feel like I missed a lot of people here. I've been talking a lot. What is this show? Sean said, overtly Christian movie trailers are a guilty pleasure of mine. They're kind of like Hallmark movies, but I never commit to the whole film, but the trailers are entertaining. Eric said, Kevin Sorbo is a hot box of rocks. I say, OSWF said, RJ should get under cabinet lighting for the coffee crotch shots. I should put a light around my waist, I think. Hunter said, are you wearing toe rings? No, I'm wearing, let's talk about these for a sec. I'm wearing these. Can I put them up here? This is, okay. They're toe spreaders. They keep my toes spread. So my back was tight. I was having problems. And I'll tell you who helped me. Her name is Jessamine Duke. She said, put these on and they'll fix all your problems. And I did, because my toes were so close together. They're almost like brass knuckles before my feet. And you just hold them and they come off. It's not a big deal. But yeah, so they're not toe rings as much as I would like to say that they are. It's a woman that saved my life. Fast Food Guido said, same with the Taylor Perry franchises. Make more off of Walmart sales in a year than most theater releases. Sean said, the name of the movie is You Cannot Kill God 2, but you can fire David Arquette from that movie. Blue Meanie said, I learned the Littlest Hobo theme from the Trailer Park Boys with Ricky singing it. Yes, I think that gave it like a second wave of popularity. Charles Dempsey Brown said, by the way, nothing wrong with Goya products, RJ. I'm just going to let that one sit there, Charles. Good luck. Thomas said, I like those t-shirts that say RJ City. Well, there's a bunch of them. Rob said, they shot the first God's Not Dead at the college I went to at the time, and they kicked us out of the dining hall at the time. It sucked, and it was very inconsiderate. Damn, that's Sorbo. Terry said, Bill Hicks, he's quoting him, not verbatim, aren't you Christians? Well, forgive me then. David said Roddy was the best. He was. Brody said Piper was born in my hometown. I love Piper. That's so sweet. Jack said, got coffee and a cookies and creams. Toast them. What did I miss? I sang a Littlest Hobo theme. We talked about Roddy Piper. Oh, and I wear toe rings. Neil said, life hack. Eric said, that movie just sounds like a boring Nacho Libre. No, it has Diane Carroll in it, and she pinched my ass. Hunter said, is that your home confinement foot bracelet? Yes. I have a restraining order. Betty White placed a restraining order, and Mark Ruffalo. I have to stay very far away from them. Terry said, that Kids in the Hall God is Dead sketch is one of the funniest things in this world. Another great Canadian export besides you, RJ. Well, thank you. Rye said, I use those toe rings too. Hi, King Dice said, morning, RJ. Oh, wait, you're a heel. I meant go to hell. That's it. Thank you. Eric said, go to the chiropractor that hits your butthole with a hammer on YouTube. I don't think that's a chiropractor, and I don't think you're on YouTube. David said, have you heard of testicle hot tubs? Really, it's a thing. Sometimes I boil hot water, and I'll make a cup of tea, but I'll use my own tea bag. Leo said, what came first, RJ City or RJ Midi? Mr. Johnson, Billy Saluga came first. I'll let you do a deep dive into that one. Leo. David said, Canadians are the best comedians. Yeah, like Rich Little. Chris said cave and sorbo was a douche nozzle. All right. Nail said, David, we're going to need you to elaborate. What? Blue Meanie said brass toe knuckles. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tap my toe like the Iron Sheik and then start kicking people. David said, my family was originally from Quebec, and that's why David and I get along so well. Chris said, my uncle did excavation work for Roddy many moons ago. Look, this is the Roddy Piper fan club all of a sudden. It's adorable. Nell said, we got jokes today. Sabrina's using the David emoji. Dixie is using the David emoji. This is adorable. Bill said, thanks, David, but we Canadians usually think people from the UK are the funniest comedians. You know, the prevailing theory is that Canadians are so funny because they had earlier and wider access to British comedy. Because in many ways, as you know, a lot of Canadianness is just derivative from Britain. Panther's grandma said, Blue Meanie, that honestly would be a funny skit for a movie. Get ready to fight and putting on some brass toe knuckles. Toe knuckles. That's my new wrestling name. Thomas said, well, RJ, I got to go now. I got them some things to take care of. Jesus, Thomas, that sounds very ominous. Where you going? Don't worry about it. I got some things to take care of. Hope you don't whack anyone. David Feig said, what Marvel superhero would you like to play if you could be in a Marvel movie? I want to be the Green Hornet. I think it needs to be done again. I don't think that's Marvel at all, nor is he really a superhero. But nevertheless, that's more my speed. David said, your partner. Oh, look, Rye Levy knows who Billy Saluga is. You can call me Ray, or you can call me RJ, or you can call me Ray J, but you doesn't have to call me Mr. Johnson. David said, your partner can also gargle warm water while one is doing a teabag session to save money. Well, isn't that practical? That's from the Young Homeowner's Guide by David Arquette. David said, I'm from the UK. I'm not that funny. Well, what are you going to do? David said, the English can't access their hearts as openly. That's for sure. They're not huggers. Sean said, I recently rewatched Roddy's appearance on Always Sunny, one of the best guest spots a wrestler on any non-wrestling show possibly ever. His delivery still cracks me up, and I've seen the episode so much. He also told me he loved doing that episode. Got to rerun some videotapes, said Val. Hunter said, the testicle hot tub talk is actually probably why you were fired from the Christian movie, which is called God's Not Dead 2. Blue Meanie said, your mob name is RJ Toe Knuckles. Hey, Toe Knuckles, where you going? Don't worry about it. I got some things to take care of. And then he slips on his toe knuckles. David said, true hunter. I think he means tab hunter. Nail said, RJ would make a good sarcastic Deadpool. Eric said, can you say teabag on YouTube? Well, we're going to find out. Nail said, hey, I'm a hugger. Well, you're an anomaly. Rob said, if you were cast as a Green Hornet, who would be your Kato? It's a good question. I would say David Arquette. I think he would do a great job. David, in his backyard, speaking of the Green Hornet, has this wonderful life-size statue of Bruce Lee with a wonderful haircut that his sister Alexis styled. And it's terrifying. Every time I went back there, it would frighten me because it's just human. It's a human being. Rob said, oh, we did that already. You make a great young Batman. Thank you. Like young Sheldon. David said, I'm a teabagger, but I've never had the pleasure. And on that note, I'm getting out of here. That is disgusting. I want to thank you all for tolerating me. That video is coming out tonight to my members. The outtake video, this is wonderful green. Very happy. I'm having a nice time being green. A nice spin. The coffee was good, but the conversation was kind of disappointing. Godspeed and God bless.